Could a solar storm this week cause tech disruptions? It's a question that might sound like it's straight out of a science fiction novel, but it's a very real concern. Let's start by unraveling the mystery of solar storms. Solar storms, or space weather events, are eruptions of energy from the sun's surface. They release waves of solar particles into space, some of which reach Earth. Imagine the sun, our life-giving star, suddenly becoming a source of massive, unpredictable bursts of energy. That's what happens during a solar storm. This week, there's potential for such a storm. The sun, in its ceaseless cycle of activity, may hurl a storm of charged particles towards our planet, and this could have implications for our technology. But how do we know this? Enter the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. NOAA is like our cosmic weather forecaster. They monitor the sun's activity, predicting when and where these solar storms could occur. They use sophisticated technology and dedicated researchers to keep a close eye on our nearest star, tracking every solar flare and coronal mass ejection. The sun, while vital for life on Earth, can also pose a threat to the very technology that powers our modern world. This is why the work of organizations like NOAA is so crucial. They help us understand, predict, and prepare for these solar events, ensuring we're not caught off guard by a surge of solar energy. So, could a solar storm this week cause tech disruptions? The answer is potentially yes, but it's not as simple as that. To better understand how a solar storm may disrupt our tech, we turn to a NOAA expert. Just how can a solar storm mess with our tech? Our NOAA expert is here to explain. Let's start with the basics. Solar storms, also known as geomagnetic storms, are disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field caused by changes in solar wind. These storms can be relatively mild or incredibly powerful, and their effects on our technology can range from negligible to severe. So, how exactly do solar storms interfere with our technology? One of the primary ways is through their impact on GPS systems. The increased ionization in the Earth's upper atmosphere during a solar storm can cause GPS signals to get delayed as they pass through, resulting in inaccuracies. That could mean your GPS device showing that you're a few hundred feet away from your actual location. Now that might not be a big deal if you're just trying to find your way to the nearest coffee shop, but consider the implications for aircraft navigation or autonomous vehicles. The consequences could be far-reaching. Next, let's talk about telecommunication systems. Solar storms can cause radio blackouts affecting both high-frequency HF radio and very high-frequency VHF communication used in aviation. This is due to the solar storm's effect on the ionosphere, a layer of the Earth's atmosphere that reflects radio waves. During a solar storm, the ionosphere can become so disturbed that it can't reflect radio waves properly, leading to communication blackouts. And then there's the power grid. A strong solar storm can induce currents in long conductors like power lines, potentially causing voltage instability or even power blackouts. The most famous example of this is the Quebec blackout in 1989, where a severe solar storm caused a 9-hour power outage. So it's clear that solar storms can have a significant impact on our technology. But how likely is it that we'll experience one this week? Predicting solar storms isn't easy, but NOAA experts are on the case. Solar storms are complex phenomena, and forecasting them involves a blend of science, technology, and a fair bit of educated guessing. Much like predicting the weather here on Earth, it's not always 100% accurate, but it's the best we have. To make these predictions, NOAA researchers rely heavily on data collected from satellites. These spacefaring observers continually monitor the sun, capturing information about solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and other solar activities. This data is then analyzed and used to predict when and where a solar storm might occur. In addition to satellites, solar observatories also play a crucial role. Situated globally, these ground-based facilities keep a constant eye on our star, allowing scientists to study the sun's behavior in great detail. By understanding the sun's patterns and cycles, they can better anticipate when a storm might be brewing. But as you can imagine, this isn't a foolproof process. The sun is a dynamic and unpredictable entity. Its activities are influenced by a myriad of factors, many of which we are still striving to understand. That's why solar storm predictions come with a degree of uncertainty, but don't let that worry you. These predictions are continually refined and updated as new data comes in, increasing their accuracy over time. Despite the challenges, NOAA's predictions are our best bet for anticipating solar storms. Knowing a solar storm may be on the horizon, how can we prepare? It's a question that, while it may seem pulled from the pages of a science fiction novel, is very much grounded in reality. According to experts from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, there are several steps we can take to shield our technology and reduce potential disruptions. First and foremost, it's imperative to have backup systems in place. This could range from having an alternate power source, like a generator, to having backup devices that aren't connected to the grid. Imagine losing access to your smartphone, computer, or even your home's heating and cooling systems. By having a backup, you're ensuring you can continue to function even if the primary systems go down. Next, organizations should have contingency plans in place. This could involve having a dedicated team that monitors solar activity and alerts the rest of the organization when a solar storm is imminent. It could also mean having an emergency response plan that outlines what steps to take in the event of a power outage or other disruption. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of education. Understanding what a solar storm is, how it can impact our technology, and what steps we can take to mitigate these impacts is crucial. It's about more than just protecting our gadgets. It's about ensuring we can continue to communicate, work, and live our lives even when faced with these celestial phenomena. Being prepared for a solar storm can minimize its potential disruptions. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to dealing with Mother Nature's surprises.